But this also goes until 4 a.m. Wednesday. And again, blizzard criteria, you're talking winds sustained or frequent gusts at least 35 miles per hour and that visibility below a quarter mile. And those conditions need to be seen for at least 3 hours. So it's that blizzard warning area where we think those conditions are a good bet, certainly for the seacoast. And speaking of the seacoast, flooding concerns here. We've got high tide coming up again, 5:30 later this afternoon. So that's when we'll really have to watch for some coastal flooding. But it could be on the minor to moderate side. Beach erosion, more like moderate to major, as we get some pretty big splash over from the waves here on the coast. The coastal flood warning goes until 6 o'clock Tuesday. And then if you have any marine interests out over the open waters, if you operate a commercial vessel, keep it in port, seek shelter, because we've got a hurricane force wind warning out here until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Could be talking hurricane force gusts, 65 knots. That would be 75 miles per hour. The sea, boy, that's quite rough there, 26 to 31 feet. And to go along with that, there's going to be freezing spray out there as well. Some pretty rough times out over the open waters with this nor'easter. Live Doppler radar view, we're all getting the snow right now, but it varies in intensity depending on where you're at. We'll take a little bit closer perspective on this as we put the radar loop into motion. We can get a great idea of the different bands of snow, and where you see the brighter whites, that's where you have the heavier snow. It's moving from southeast to northwest. See that moisture coming in off the ocean. And earlier we had this pretty solid band of very heavy snow. Snowfall rates 1-2 inches per hour, maybe close to 3 inches per hour. It looks like that has kind of broken up here as of late, but that's not to say that we're not going to see any heavy snow again. This will come and go, varying in intensity as we continue through the morning hours. And we'll just zoom in here and take a little bit closer look, because some of the highest snowfall totals have been coming in across southern reaches of Hillsborough County and then making your way into much of Rockingham County, the coast, and Stratford County as well. There again, you can see how that brighter white band, that heavier band, has maybe tapered just a little bit. Let's walk you through this on our Futurecast model. We're going to continue to see the snow going through the noon hour. I think we pick up the heart of our accumulations, folks, between now and that noon hour. Temperatures upper teens to around 20. So with that cold Arctic air, it makes for that light, fluffy, dry, powdery snow. Here we are at 1 o'clock. At that point, we'll probably see the snow start to kind of break up a little bit. The model has updated as of late. Earlier, it was kind of showing more breaks in the snow. Now it's kind of back to maybe a little bit more solid, concentrated area of snow again as we go through the afternoon. Regardless, I think there's going to be these times where maybe we actually see the snow stop, and then it will come and go again. It will be overall lighter in nature, though, I think, as we get into those Tuesday afternoon hours, and certainly as we go into our Tuesday night. Temperatures not changing a whole lot in the teens. Here we are at 10 o'clock, and you can see clearly at that point the coverage of the snow and the intensity definitely backing down. There's still going to be the strong winds, though. So even if the snow dies down, you still have it blowing around, and we have the drifting issues to contend with. Here we are at 1 a.m., past the midnight hour. And by the time we get to 4 a.m., 7 a.m. Wednesday in that range, snow's probably done with, and sky's going to clear out Wednesday afternoon. We'll be back to sunshine, but high temperatures will only be in the 20s. I think the low 20s for Wednesday, feeling colder with the breezes. So we're not going to get any melting anytime soon. It's going to be a rough go for trying to clean things up and shovel and dig out. By early Wednesday, projected snowfall totals. I think the Concord area, central Merrimack Valley, up through the lakes, down through western Hillsborough, and then Cheshire County, 10 to 18 inches. Manchester, point south and east, 18 to 24 inches. And what I've done as of late is just gone ahead and pulled this 24 to 36-inch band up into far southern reaches of Hillsborough County over into Rockingham County and the seacoast, because based on some of the reports here, we already have some numbers checking in close to 20 inches, so likely we're going to see over 2 feet, and it's not completely out of the question that somebody gets up to 36 inches, but certainly the better chance for those numbers would be south here down into Massachusetts and getting down into Boston along the coast. I'll have a new check on the latest snowfall numbers in just a bit, but now we want to send things back to Kiki and Paul.
Clayton, thank you very much. Boy, but that's a comprehensive report there, and we're going to get a lot.